Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is George Mumma. I'm a Jeffco resident, grandfather, and retired police chief. I spoke to you about a year ago. I think some of you would remember that, and a few of you are new, so you may not. At the time, I spoke to you about the dangers you're pushing and by using the term trusted adult to replace or minimize the term parent or legal guardian. I was particularly concerned about the state teachers union and our teachers self-identifying as trusted adults. I learned that school staff could identify themselves as trusted adult based on insufficient criteria. A certificate for a short workshop would allow anyone that completes the course to identify themselves as a trusted adult to their students. No one can identify themselves as a trusted adult to other people's children. I've been speaking to people that live in my district, mostly in the south end of town, to find out how they think things are going. One person stated that their family was leaving Colorado for a variety of reasons, but education was top on their list. She said that they are constantly having to worry about perverted and so-called trusted adults who can't be trusted, either as sexual predators or pushing activist agendas on a consistent basis. It makes parents weary always having to battle the day-to-day, where parents are considered the enemy by the schools and are taken out of the education loop, always being the last to know what's going on in their child's life. I was in hope that our practice, or that your practice, would have changed, but it appears they haven't. I've continued to follow you mostly in the news with regard to our children being perpetrated on by trusted adults. You have many staff under investigation for criminal acts against students. The bottom line is that is your responsibility to protect the students from predators and to ensure that the district does its due diligence in hiring staff that do not pose a potential liability. Secondly, I would prefer that my tax money go for education, not litigation and restitution. I once attended a training where a facilitator, a trained sex offender treatment board member, stated that she never met a sex offender that she didn't like. It's my experience, which is supported by extensive research, that predators go to where the prey is: the schools, sports, churches, etc. Given that, I encourage you to reevaluate your use of the term trusted adult, as well as beefing up the hiring practices to include extensive reference checks, online research on every potential hire. These are our children and grandchildren. You're entrusted with their lives, and the damage that's done leaves a scar that stays forever. Thank you.